He's with us, and we're delighted that he joins us. Celtic fanatic, Sir Rod Stewart, good morning.
Morning, Jim. How are you?
I'm good, Sir Rod. Do I sense a note of sadness in your tone this morning?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, Neil was somewhat of a friend, and I know how much this 10 in a row meant to him, and Peter Law, and Scott Brown. And so I feel so sorry for him. You know, he's a Celt through and through. He's a player, manager. I've got so much respect for him.
Having said that, Sir Rod, though, had the end well and truly arrived? Because the club has imploded this season while Rangers have dominated.
Yeah, listen, taking nothing away from Rangers, they've been absolutely superb this year, but we have certainly not been helped by COVID. You know, if you just take the first Old Firm game, we were 5 players out because of COVID. Then we had 2 draws because of COVID. It's somewhat of an excuse, but it's just terrible season. And I don't think there's a few players there that I don't think want to be there either.
Right, okay, so time to shift them out. Trevor and Simon will come in a second, but Sir Rod, obviously the list goes on. I have it in front of me. Names in the frame, the runners and riders. John Kennedy takes over until the end of the season, but he's up there, 11-10 on favourite. Then we've got Steve Clarke, Eddie Howe, Martinez, Benitez. Is there anybody in there that you think is ideally suited to come in and turn it round?
I was going to give Pep a ring this afternoon to see what he's doing. I would love to see Gordon back there, but I don't think the fans would want him. It might be going backwards. So my money would be on Steve Clarke. He's done well for Scotland. He turned Kilmarnock around. I think he would do the job wonderfully well.
What do you reckon of it to that, Simon?
It's an interesting one. Obviously, you know, he's gone into Scotland and got them to qualify for a tournament. Scotland are in ascendancy. Can you see him, Rod, wanting to leave the Scotland? I mean, Celtic's a phenomenal job, and it's a big job. But can you see Steve Clarke? Why would you think he'd want to leave the Scotland national team to come to manage Celtic?
Well, obviously, you're going to be a lot more busier than you are with Scotland, only playing a dozen games a year. And I think that's always appealing to any manager, to be hands-on. And Celtic's a massive job. You know, listen, I can't read the guy's mind. Maybe he loves what he's doing and he wants to stay there. But for my choice, it would be Steve.
Yeah. So, Rod, do you think Celtic fans get too caught up on the absolute desperation to win 10 in a row?
Yeah, and so do I. You know, we were all very much sucked into it. We thought we had it in the draw, and it's a huge disappointment. I totally disagree with the way some of the Green Brigade have acted outside Celtic Park. We're all very unhappy, but we'll be back next year. I just know it. And we'll probably beat your lot 2 times in the next Old Firm game. Talking about the lack of investment, Jim, everybody knows, and you know this, the money isn't up there to buy super players from abroad. It just isn't there. So we're always going to have more or less second-rate players going up there.
Listen, you're loaded. You never fancy going on the board.
Oi, steady on!
This is live radio, Simon. May as well put him on the spot. So, Rod, do you think it's going to take a while for Celtic to get back into this, or do you fear that Rangers will dominate? And you're an out-and-out Celtic fan, and fear's the right word. Do you fear Rangers will dominate from this point onwards?
No, I don't. I think we've got the nucleus of a good squad. Ryan Kent is their most important player, and he may be off next year. All depends what happens in the transfer market. You don't know even if Gerrard's going to stay there. And a lot can happen between now and the end of the season. But certainly, listen, from a Celtic supporter, all credit to Rangers. They've been really great. And good luck tomorrow night in their Europa game.
Rod,
it kills me to say this.
I know, you can hardly get the words out. Rod, no, you are a fair man. I'm not sure that there are many Celtic supporters that would come on and actually say that. I appreciate your time as always. Sir Rod Stewart, thank you so much for joining us.